Justice Chamberlain, then can you talk to us about the new courthouse and just the changes that we're going to see when it comes to Gladue Court in this new courthouse?
Sure, I'd be happy. But if you don't mind, I'm just going to add a couple things to what
Sure.
you're saying, I think. Because for me, I think that the important thing to remember too is that, looking at the title of the presentation today, Indigenous law and the practical realities, and I always remind myself and remind people when we're in Gladue Court that it's not Indigenous law that we're applying here, right? We're still applying the criminal code. It's still very much colonial law and the white man's law that's being applied in the courts today in what we do. What we're doing is trying to adapt the process and adapt the environment to make it slightly more supportive and trying to address what are the goals of reducing over incarceration. I'm maybe a little bit more cynical, I think, because it is a challenge to try and make it work. The Supreme Court in the Gladue decision said that it was clear that it was the criminal justice that's failing Indigenous people. It's not Indigenous people who are broken and need to be fixed, right? Yes, a lot of us have our challenges, and a lot of us, are dealing with the repercussions of, residential schools, colonialism, oppression, and all those things. But it's the criminal justice system that is continuing that kind of, the kind of oppression and the kinds of things that are going on, much as in what Christina was talking about in terms of the healthcare system and the educational system. The frustrating part I find is that the Supreme Court said the system's broken, we have to do things differently. But I would suggest that not a lot has changed in terms of the tools that they've given us. It's still the criminal code that I have to use. I still have to look at deterrence, denunciation, rehabilitation, separation from the community. That's what the code tells me. And I just have to now take that and, okay, how do I apply this and do it a little bit differently? So that's the frustration I find, is that